Welcome to the Sam and Joe VA Show, where we teach women just like you how to start and scale a thriving virtual assistant business.
We're your hosts, Sam and Joe, and get ready to have the control, flexibility, and freedom you've always dreamed of.
Welcome to episode 96. Can you have too many clients?
Great question, Joe. I think half of our listeners listening to this episode are going to go, "What? You've got to be joking. Surely not. Surely. How is this an issue?" And then the other half, probably the more experienced ones that have been doing it for a while, are going to go, "Hell yes, you can have too many. We've been there. We've done that. We've got the badge and we're not going back."
There is kind of nothing worse than being oversubscribed in terms of clients, expectations, hours on you, and your workload for that week, because there can be all sorts of problems that come with having too many clients. But you've got options. But yeah, there's so many problems that come with that.
Yeah, I mean, speaking from experience, I know I've shared this in other episodes. Early on in my business, I didn't even think I knew it was possible to say no. Like, I didn't even think that was an option because I'd been trained in my corporate life for decades that you just did the work that you were given. So I brought that across to my business. Someone rings up, someone sends in an email. "Yeah, okay, I'll do it for you." "Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll take that on too." And it just ended up putting me in a position where I was overwhelmed and burnt out. Like, I just wasn't enjoying it, which is crazy because all it needed was for me to go, "No."
No,
just one word. Or maybe "no, thank you." More polite way. 2 words.
3. That's 3.
"No, thank you." Oh, yes, it is
You
2.
can't count, Sam. You can't count.
Hey, I never. It's not something that no, that's all right.
We promise Sam did go to school, though. It's okay.
I'm better with words than I am with numbers. Let's just leave it at that. Look, having too many clients or too many leads approaching you, this is a great problem to have, isn't it?
You get to pick and choose. You can say yes to your ideal clients. You can say no to your not ideal clients. And do the work that you want to do. And if you have that many leads coming in and that many clients, then you've got some great options to start growing a team if that's what you want to do.
Yes, you just need to be aware of your time and your capacity, because it's when there isn't enough supply to meet that demand, that's when you get into trouble.
Yeah, and when you become oversubscribed with clients, it means that you do kind of an average job for everyone, and mistakes happen, and clients start waiting longer than they would normally wait. And so your whole service, like level of service, drops. And you do not want to get a reputation for that, because clients notice that kind of stuff. They notice less comms from you, etc. And you don't want to get to a place where you're working so many hours, forgotten why you first went into business, and not enjoying it anymore, and just going against your kind of why you began.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, a relatively, I don't want to say easy option, one awesome option if you were in this position, not easy, one awesome option if you were in this position is to scale by growing your team.
Yeah.
Awesome option.
Yeah. If you've got leads coming in, you've got lots of clients, you've got more clients than you can look after, then absolutely growing your team is a way that you can keep up the service how you expect it to be or want it to be, and they can start doing some of that work for you. And like Sam says, it's not easy, but it's possible. We teach it over in the members club. We have everything that you need to be able to grow your team over in there. Because you do not want to be working more than you want to work.
No. Now, if growing your team isn't where you see your business heading, and unless you can find a way to clone yourself, good luck.
Soon, I reckon.
How long? How long do you reckon that's going to take?
30 years.
30. Hey, that's not too far in the future. We'll still be alive.
That is just the number I plucked out of the air, by the way.
I thought you'd listened to a podcast episode on it recently and you had some stats and science to back up for your claim.
Do you know what is so interesting? When you listen to Elon Musk and someone asks him a specific question about when he thinks something is going to happen, he's actually calculating it in his head accurately and then will say the exact time frame that he thinks.
That's crazy.
So I was going to be Elon Musk, but I'm not that smart.
We all know what I'm like with numbers, so that's not happening. What we're talking about cloning, yes. So unless you can figure out, you don't want to wait 30 years to clone yourself. You don't want 30 years of being overwhelmed and burnt out and falling out of love with your business. That's too long. So cloning's out. So cloning's out. You're not keen on growing your team and scaling up. Then you have got some other options. The first one, increase your pricing. Boom.
No brainer. Yeah. Increase your pricing, then you have to do less work for less clients to make the same amount of money.
Yeah. Next up, specialize. Niche. Become an expert in your field.
Yeah. Again, premium pricing, less work, same amount of money.
And finally, improve your systems and your processes.
So there might be kind of things that take a lot of time and effort to either deliver in terms of the service you're delivering or how you bring on clients or how you do your invoicing. Like what in your business is kind of clunky that you can really free up some time by streamlining, automating, and like just systemizing things.
Yeah.
So that, you do not want to be reinventing the wheel.
Yeah. So once you've got all that all sorted, I guess the next question is, how many is too many when it comes to clients? How do you know? How do you know where that sweet spot is, and how do you know when you're going to go over that?
The easiest way to kind of make sure that you don't go over that is to have service plans, right? So that clients are committing to a certain number of hours. Because if you just bring on all of these casual clients with like open-ended hours, just depending on how much work they're going to send you, then like you're not going to know. So if you have service plans, then you can do what's called capacity planning. So you know, right, I'm going to have X number of clients, they're going to have X number of hours that they've committed to, and then actually planning it out so that you know how many hours to deliver work, how many hours to work on your business, because you've streamlined and systemized. You know how much time you want to put aside for that.
Yeah. And stick to that. Like, it goes back to your why as well, doesn't it? Why have you come into business? If your priorities aren't your business, your priority is something else, and you don't want to work full time, you only want to work an X number of hours, then you stick to that.
And say no.
No, thank you.
Or politely, yes. No, but like in all seriousness, if you have a client who comes to you and you either it's not your ideal client, it's not the kind of work you want to do, or you're fully booked, then like, I'm sorry, I'm not the right fit for you, or I am fully booked, or you would need to go on a wait list. Then you could hire a contractor to do it. Like, say something that is essentially saying no.
Yes.
In a way that's helpful for them, or gives them more information, or give them another option. Send them to another VA.
And it's absolutely easier to say no when you're very clear on, once again, what your why is and who your ideal clients are. Now, it's such a cliche. I know a lot of people roll their eyes when they're asked, who's your ideal client? Have you got a client avatar or whatever it is? And everyone goes, oh, as if I need one of those. But there's actually a reason so many people suggest that you have one.
Yeah, when someone calls up and they say, I'm this and this is my business and this is what I want, you can be like, right, ideal client? No, that's not my ideal client. Sorry, I'm not the right fit VA for you.
No, thank you. Oh, funny. So, let's wrap up, Joe, and leave our listeners with this question. Are you being intentional with the type of clients that you are taking on?
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Sam and Joe VA Show. If you'd like to find out more, head to the VA Foundry website to check out the Members Club and the amazing resources, training, and coaching.
You can find us at thevafoundry.com.